Hi guys, let's check out Suzuki's iconic Katana. I still remember seeing the Suzuki Katana for the first time back in 1981. I was a young boy then. It sort of drifted out of my memory for a while, but then back in 2018 when this bike, the new Suzuki Katana, was shown at the EICMA show for the first time, those emotions came back. While this Katana pays homage to the original machine, it's completely different in its design in every aspect. The base of this bike borrows heavily from the GSX 1100S, and that's a good thing because that bike is brilliant. One of the trademarks of the Katana has always been power and reliability, and this bike is no different. The engine started life as a GSXR 1000cc that had over 200 horsepower. It's been reined back in, given more torque, and that makes it a perfect bike on the road. But don't think they're pussyfooted around though, because it still puts out 110 kilowatts of brute force. Ride quality is something that Suzuki have really put a lot of thought into. They've gone with KYB suspension on the rear and the front, with the 43mm front forks having adjustment, which means that you can really fine-tune this bike for whatever conditions you're riding in. We know that the Suzuki Katana really does get up and boogie. It's got a lot of power and a lot of grunt. But what about stopping? Well, Suzuki certainly haven't skimped in that department. Nissan caliper on the back, and then there's those Brembo monoblock calipers on the front that really do a great job at pulling it all up. The Katana is fitted with the latest ABS system from Bosch as well. It's light and it's also fast. It measures the wheel speed 50 times per rotation. The Suzuki engineers have done a really good job at taking the older aspects from the original Katana and morphing them together with this new bike. I mean, just have a look at that tank. The tank is insane, the way that they've moulded it down into the front fairing. Although it's new, you can still see the undertones of the old bike. Keeping things tidy up the back, of course, is the number plate holder. It's mounted off the swing arm, and that really does give the whole bike a clean look. Although you could say the Katana is a naked bike, the small fairing on the front does offer some weather protection. One of the biggest differences between the old Katana and the new Katana is the seating position. The old one was very racy. You were crouched down right over the front, and when you'd get off the bike, you'd have a pretty sore back. This is completely different. This one's sit up and beg. It's designed for those people that want to go for a Sunday ride, a cruise, or just ride to work. You can ride this bike long distances, no problem. Adding to the upright riding position is the seat. Have a look at that. It's plush, it's comfortable, but the thing that I'm impressed about is the pillion seat. It's big and wide and there's plenty of room on the back there. And those front calipers are the same as the ones you'll find on Suzuki's GSX-R 1000. On the side of electronics, the bike comes standard with a 3-mode traction control system. That means if it's wet, you've got extra safety, and if you want to get going through the hills, you can just make it a little bit racier. Mode 1's for sports riding, Mode 2 is for everyday riding, and then there's Mode 3 for the wet. The rider can change those modes on the left-hand handlebar switch. Rounding out the authenticity of the Katana is its unique dash. It has undertones of the original bike, but it's got all the modern information that we've come to love and expect. Well, you might be able to tell I'm a little bit emotional about this particular bike. I saw one when I was a youngster, I still race one today, but this bike has got all of the technology that you would expect from a modern machine. It's easy to ride, it's an iconic bike, the Suzuki Katana. To find out more about the Suzuki Katana, visit peterstevens.com.au.